Kamala Harris tweeted out a tweet, "Your vice president." And her tweet basically said that her and the president, Joe Biden, are recommitting themselves to helping minority businesses get their share of federal contracts. What she said was not the problem, it was the photo that she sent with her tweet. There were 15 people in that photo she sent yesterday. Not a single one was an African.
Dr. Umar Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't call it beefing with Kamala Harris, but he is definitely pointing out some facts here in regards to how she is carrying her political torch, should I say. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe right now or wait until the end of the video. Leave a like and a comment. Let's go. Recently, I was watching King Consciousness, Dr. Umar, and he got to the point where Kamala Harris tweeted out, her and Joe Biden are now in the business of helping minorities was her word, helping minorities receive more contracts, government contracts. As we all know, of course, according to American history, most of the government contracts go to non-minorities or non-black people, should I say. And there was nothing wrong from his point of view in regards to what she said. You know, helping minorities receive government contracts is a very positive thing. But the problem was when she showed a photo of what she deemed to be minorities, none of them were of African descent, which African Americans are of African descent. Now, I just want to say this really quick, ladies and gentlemen, before I play a little bit of what he was saying, okay? They have been rebranding African Americans for quite some time now. I say at least for 10 years, a little longer than that, but you know, every few years they rebrand the African Americans. In the 70s, we were political figures. In the 80s, we were drug dealers. In the 90s, we were the Nino Browns, the killers, the shooters, the extra drug dealing. And in the early 2000s, I think it's been LGBTQ ever since, okay? So the branding of African Americans, as a rebranding of African Americans, has always been something that has not been up to African Americans. It's been up to the U.S. government. And what he's basically saying is she is rebranding not the word African Americans, but rebranding the word minorities without black people involved. Of course, we all know that this is where they wanted to go and this is where it would get to. But to his point, I think it would be smart that everyone go over to Twitter where she posted the picture, because I'm going to, where she posted the picture of the minorities and none of them are of African descent, and leave a comment and say something about it. Anyways, let's go ahead and play a little bit of it before we leave. I'm gone.
Kamala Harris tweeted out a tweet, "Your vice president." And her tweet basically said that her and the president, Joe Biden, are recommitting themselves to helping minority businesses get their share of federal contracts. What she said was not the problem, it was the photo that she sent with her tweet. There were 15 people in that photo she sent yesterday. Not a single one was an African. In the 15 people Vice President Kamala Harris sent in her photo, not a single one of them was an African. 15 people. There was Mexicans, Latinos, Arabs, white women, LGBTQs. Not a single African out of 15 people in Vice President Kamala Harris's tweet. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? The migrant crisis is not just about Chicago and New York. Do you know what that means? The migrant crisis is not only about Chicago and New York. Do you know what that means? That means the whole country, the whole Black America is being purged. She sent a clear message with her tweet yesterday. Vice President Kamala Harris sent a very clear message with her tweet. And the message was, minorities no longer include black people, not that they ever have.